Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, tough weekend for us on the road again to finish up the regular season. At first place IUPUI on Friday night, and IUPUI played great. They don't make a lot of errors, and we unfortunately made quite a bit of unforced errors. I think we gave up just a little over 30 points, and so if you're spotting a team 10 points a set, it's going to be tough. Our serve receive struggled. They served very aggressive, so that limited our offense. But some good things to look at, so we can fix those in these next 2 days and before we head back to Indiana. But Fort Wayne on Saturday, I thought we started off pretty tough, in control. Didn't make some defensive plays. They got some very good attackers, and they controlled the ball really well on their end. Really slow start in the second, but then battled back in the third, which I thought was really good for us to get some momentum. We made some adjustments. That's the first time we've been able to kind of do that on a Saturday. We talked about with our young team being able to refocus on a different opponent, make those adjustments, and then go. And I thought they did that in the third set. And then unfortunately it was a close one, and then they won that. But at home, for 70% of our team, that's the first time going to IUPUI in Fort Wayne. So always a learning experience. But Fort Wayne's playing really good right now. So to turn around and play them right away again in a rematch of Saturday on a neutral court, I think we'll be good. We got some things we can work on. I think we did some really nice things in the third set, but really looking forward to it. I think the format being new this year definitely kind of benefits us, because we don't have a lot of experience with the players that we have, but no one's going to really know with the 6 teams and with the bye and what goes on with that. I think I'm really excited to have to play competitive volleyball every night, but our first focus is definitely Fort Wayne, and I think splitting with them 1-1 on the season is going to be a good match on Friday night. But questions?
How much is your early between? What's been the difference between you and the top 3 or 4 teams in the league this year?
I think it's that consistency with with the players. I think you look at those top 3 and 4 teams; they consistently, especially IUPUI. You look, they each night have the same people kind of producing numbers. For us, I think we have a good balance, and sometimes, but we don't have that. We have different people that struggle every night back to back. But one, they're also really, really good. I think they take advantage when they're at home. All those teams have won when they're at home, and then they've won a couple on the road. So I think that's important. I don't think we got that until the end of our season, gotten used to that home court advantage and taking advantage of it. But then, winning on the road is very, very tough to do in the league, and I think that showed. But, I think the balanced attack of IUPUI is really significant. The same thing, I think Denver finished strong going into second. They're balanced. You look, they have 4 attackers that produce for them. Same thing for Fort Wayne. They have 3 hitters all the time that produce. So I think that's the key for us. I think we have had those times when we were successful. We have that. When we struggled, we try to rely on one person. So.
How much did the early season schedule, because you played a lot of big time teams, think you will help you for what's going to happen on Friday night?
I think it's going to help us a lot. So I think we can look back a lot of those ones that were competitive. We learned a lot. We adjusted, and I think it's going to pay off a lot for us. Those were pretty big pressure situations for us, and I think that's going to be key for us right here. So one thing with our young team is when they buy in and motivate and are motivated, they're pretty determined, and so that's going to be really exciting to see what we do here.
Coach, what kind of adjustments are you planning, or can we expect to see, if any, in your game plan or even in your lineup?
Probably not too many lineup changes right away. That's one thing. When we have been successful, we've been able to go to our bench and have that depth when a player is struggling. We didn't have that. Lauren Kamat came off the bench a little bit and did a nice job for us. But I think defensively is going to be the main thing. We didn't make a lot of defensive plays anywhere all weekend, so that's what we're going to focus on the next couple days. A couple blocking things, but most importantly, just staying disciplined in defense and making the plays. Balls, watching film. I watch film a lot on Sunday and then today, and watching it. The balls are hit at us. We're in the right spots, but we're not staying disciplined and ready for those. So I think that's just focus on the basics with that.
Coach, there's only a couple players on your team that have ever played in the Summit League tournament before. What are they conveying to these younger players?
We're going to talk a lot about that today in practice, and I think we're going to rely on my experience in it and our coach's experience and things like that. And the same thing, I think, they're talking about the excitement and the fun of what the tournament is. I mean, we didn't get that opportunity last year, and so we're looking at Lauren Kamak and Daniel Dombeck as the ones that they've experienced it and they've experienced the success of it. So I think that'll go a long way. But I'm also gonna be a big voice of that one for our team. So, all right. Thank you.